Or perhaps I should shut up and you should say something.
I don't think you need me at all today. But I do want to know a couple of things about you. You became a rock star in the 1950s. You did. And I want to know what it was like being a Hollywood starlet in the 50s and maybe some challenges that you faced back then.
Well, I don't know. I met Katharine Hepburn. Oh, Debbie, so nice to meet you.
Oh, God.
I got to meet Katharine Hepburn. Can you imagine? All these people, I always loved the movies. And I used to go to the movies, cost a dime. That's how old I am. See, I just had my birthday, and now I'm 80. I don't know how many of you are 80. Good luck. It's such a surprise. Isn't it a surprise? I don't know how many of you are getting older in your 70s, but you just don't plan on getting older. It's just suddenly you look in the mirror and oh my God. What happened to that? And you can't fix it. You know, like lovely people like yourselves invite Debbie Reynolds wherever she is, and they find out if I'm alive. And then they invited me to come here today, but I looked in the mirror and I thought, I can't fix it. It's very hard, but you get what I have left. Ladies and gentlemen, this is it.
This is pretty darn good, if you ask me. All right, so she's 80, and since I've been sitting next to her all afternoon, you have the most exquisite skin. The most exquisite skin, literally, I've ever seen. What on earth is your secret?
Well, Mae West always told me, I'm going to tell you all about sex. Sex to me is like air. Air. It doesn't seem important until you're not getting any.
So that's your secret to good skin?
Not my secret.
No, just...
If I told you the real reason, you'd really pass it.
I'm a newlywed, so I must be looking good.
Yeah. You are, as a matter of fact. That's what she used as a facial. She brought it up. I didn't bring it up. She wanted to keep pressing me.
Oh my God!
But I was lucky enough to meet all these stars. I mean, it's really been such a fun, wonderful career to be in show business. People scared me, you know, like Preacher Man. None of that showbiz stuff, you know, because nasty people. But it's not true. And my father said to me, who my daddy wasn't religious really particularly at all, but he said, my real name, you see, is Mary Frances. Because Mary, I realize that's not a fancy name, and Frances is the name of a mule, but the studios didn't like Mary Frances, so they renamed me Debbie. So I've been Debbie almost 80. I can't believe I'm still alive. I'm so happy to be here and enjoy lunch and everything, because this could be it. I know I've got 20 minutes.
She's not going anywhere. She ate a very lean and clean piece of salmon, so I'm wondering, do you always order so healthy, or is this a new thing?
Well, I do, just to keep it going, you know what I mean? You're never sure when the tank runs out. So I eat very well. I take very good care of myself, what's left. I feel that it's getting so hard now to keep everything up, you know. It just keeps traveling down. I go to the airport, you know how they do that thing now, that thing, what is it called, and they put the wand all over. And she said, Debbie, do you wear an underwire bra? Well, if I didn't, you'd be wanding me down here. New thing you go under like that, you know, and you you put your hands up there, the tits go right up. Terrific end of that
gosh.
And I have such fun traveling. Now I'm going to retire now. I've decided things are wearing out, and I never knew they would. So I want to look in the mirror and find myself still there. So I've decided that this is all I'm going to do now. I'm just going to go to different lunches to get free lunches. Salmon, you know, all kind of goodies. And meet all lovely ladies like yourself. And wear red, because that's what they told me. Wear red, Debbie. I didn't know why. I kept saying, why am I wearing red? Because I knew it had to be a reason why. They said Valentine's Day. I said, but that can't be the only reason. There's got to be a reason. So when I got here, then I found out you also donate to the heart disease. You write all kinds of wonderful things that you do. I really am so honored that I was invited to come and be here today, and such a turnout that you're packed. Do you notice that the joint is loaded? You just, it's fascinating because I see men. You see, oh, and younger, you're lots younger than I thought you'd be. So I am Princess Leia of Star Wars.
Is that your daughter?
That's my daughter, Carrie Fisher. So that makes me a queen.
Okay, Miss Queenie, so you told me at the lunch table that you were going to be doing a show with Don Rickles.
In 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's
They
major.
figure I'll be together by 2 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So we're going to work a club together. Well, we've been friends for a long time, like 55 years, something like that. So Don, he's still okay. You know, I mean, he's in a wheelchair now, but we'll get him up. You know, we'll stand him up and roll him on. Just keep going. You know, we're gonna be like George Burns said. I'll be like, you know, I'll just stay in show business till I drop dead. Then I'll be stuffed like Trigger.
Oh my God.
Can you believe? I think they got it.
Explain that to the Reverend. They don't go out much, you know. They're so busy at church getting all new people in there.
Can you believe this is the 60th anniversary of Singing in the Rain?
Oh my goodness, that's true. I was in that.
I know.
I had such a good time in that
I bet you
picture.
did. I want to hear about it.
I worked really hard in that picture. Gene Kelly was 37 years old. I thought he was an old man because, well, I was 17.
Make it fast.
Well, when I did Singing in the Rain, which was 50 years, you say? 60. My God, I'm so tired.
Come back.
60 years ago. Can't believe it. Well, I've had a good time. And Singing in the Rain was a wonderful movie because it was, you know, all the movies I've done have been really clean, you know. I don't do pictures.
You don't do smut?
Well, it's not called smut. Trash. Trash. And they take their clothes, they just carry on. So much like that one picture. My goodness, was with the, I can't remember, she married Michael Douglas, who does somebody.
Fatal Attraction?
Fatal Attraction. I didn't know that you did that on elevators, did you? Did you see that picture?
Yeah.
They got in an elevator and, wow, my goodness. I didn't know the elevators went that fast. I couldn't keep up with it, Reverend. Can you imagine? No audience at all. Push the button. How does it stay in one place and keep going like that? That'd break. Wouldn't that break the cable? These are the things that you have to learn in dungeons. That'll teach you to hire strangers. I don't know if I'm hired or not, but anyway.
Oh, you got the gig.
After today, it'll all be over. Those of you will be saying, oh, she was shocking, wasn't that? Debbie was such trash. But I'm from Texas, so what the hell?
All right, give us some insider perspective. Some of your favorite Hollywood actors and actresses to work with and why?
Well, I don't know. He did Catherine. And Lane Wells, which is May. Let's see what we could do. Who'd you want? Well, I could do Barry Fitzgerald. Do you know who that is? He was a young, an old actor. And I did a picture with him. Well, I did Betty Davis. I did a picture called The Catering.
Do your Betty Davis.
Betty Davis. Well, I could say, you're in for a bumpy ride. On that same picture was Barry Fitzgerald was his name, and he was an Irish actor. I love to do impressions. You know, I love stories and dialects because my husbands were two Jewish men. They were Jewish, and so then my mother-in-law, she has an accent. You know, some people have an accent, and she's from Poland. So this is the way she's talking like this. You can understand it like that. So I married to this gentleman for, I think it was 14 years. They last about just 14 each I had. So I've been married 100 years, but you have to divide it 3 times. I think it was 3 times. I can't remember. I married a Gentile, but I can't remember his name. There's just a little bit of difference. I don't know. I have to live with myself. So I don't go out much and don't filter around. But I don't know what we were talking about now. It didn't interest me, is why.
It's irrelevant, right?
I forget what we're talking about.
Well, I want to know, since we're talking about all these men, do you think you'd ever marry again?
Oh no!
You're over it?
Oh dear, pardon me. I think men are wonderful species. You know, the kind of I don't understand them at all. I just really don't think marriage for me is the thing to do, because most men, they get upset if they're Mr. Reynolds, you know, so they don't like it, and obviously, but they did like my money. They did like that, yeah, but now that I'm so decrepit, I don't think I can make that kind of money, so they'd leave even sooner. No, I'll just keep my hair on, and, you know, I'll go with, what's his name, Burt Reynolds, because he's going to kick it, and I'm sure he has insurance, and I'm sure I could get some money out of that one. He's got to go in. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't want to be your reverend. No, I'm just kidding. I actually know him very, very well. He's really dreadful.
He's really what? Oh.
All his wives left him. There must be a reason why. Maybe it's the name Reynolds. Maybe we should change it to something. And no, well, Fisher doesn't work either. Well, I was talking about something else. Now, what should we tell them a story? Did you hear this? It's a new joke. It's a joke. Well, I mean, it's actually the true story. Willie Nelson. I love Willie Nelson. He's just so cute. He's so funny. Well, he's just such a... He does what he wants to do. Well, we all sort of do, you know. But he keeps marrying and throwing them out and changing his mind, and I just think that's so wonderful to do that sort of an plan in mind. I don't know how he can get away with it, but he does it. And he was telling me this story because he tours, you know, he helps everybody and he goes on tour. And he said that this little old lady jumped up, you know, they were dancing, you know, entertaining the older folks, and sort of like this luncheon. Just kidding, Reverend. Asked me to be amusing. I'm trying my best. So this little old lady she said, if anybody here can guess what I have in my hand, they could go to bed with me tonight. This little man jumped up. He said, an elephant. She said, close enough. It was clean. It was a clean show. They put the river right here. I can't tell any of these other two.
That's stopping you.
No, I can't. Don't ask show people to do this thing. No,